Alright. Alright, welcome everyone back. Once again, we are back with the Amateur Dota 2 League Season 7. Today we have the North American entry level, and this is the quarterfinals for the playoffs for Season 7. Season 8 will start in the first week of July, so you can look forward to that. And while you're waiting for that, we can continue to entertain you with the quarterfinals here. The semi-finals is next week, and of course the finals the week that follow. NA Heroic semi-finals is today. Finals will be next week. So we'll come into this game. Today we have VAG versus Friendship Gulag. First band coming up from Friendship Gulag will be a Undying. A band that is consistently constant, even more constant than any other bands actually. Even the Leshrac and Queen of Pain sometimes get passed, but this time we'll see a band on Undying, Leshrac and Queen of Pain coming out from both teams. So all these three magic heroes has been banned out. Rarely do Undying get passed even on the pro level. Most of the time teams just ban it out.
10 seconds remaining.
Though we do see a lot of teams attempting to get something done with the Undying and sometimes failing pretty miserably too. But most of the time it is just banned out very directly. And now we have a Gyrocopter being banned out by VAG. As they are our second ban. We'll go into the first pick by Friendship Gulag. This is a best of 3. This is the first game of course. So we are very early in the picking phase.
10 seconds remaining.
And oh, Bristleback will be a first pick coming up from Friendship Gulag. Very interesting first pick. To be honest, we don't see that coming up very often. Of course, we had several bigger tournaments recently. The ESL seeding bracket, which was a very interesting way to play it. Each team comes in with a seed, then they play in a seeding round robin, I believe, to be seeded again, and then they go into a best of 3 knockout rounds. Pretty interesting way to play the tournament. Then of course we have DreamHack, where we had probably one of the best final series in a very long time, between VP and Navi. Because we went through all 5 games. Navi came back from 2-0 to drag it to the 5th game, and they lost in the final game anyway. But that was definitely one of the best series we've been given for a very long time. Even TI4 was a very boring series, to be fair. But that DreamHack tournament was definitely one of the best, even much better than the games in the qualifiers, that's for sure. Those are two very good teams playing against each other, and the teams being pitched against each other were very good as well. And so we have a Phoenix being picked up by VAG now, so that will be their first pick, and immediately reviewing one of their core offlaners as well. Though it's not exactly extremely easy to pick a counter pick for a Phoenix. There's really nothing much you can do in lane unless you behave extremely aggressive. Of course, you need a lot of range support to help you to be aggressive against the Phoenix, and it's really hard to kill him within the lane. VAG will go with a Night Stalker as their second pick, and Friendship Gulag will immediately pick up a Shadow Demon. A very good pick up against the Night Stalker. Night Stalker, of course, relies a lot on his mobility to just simply run around bashing heroes down and just killing them, especially the supports. Disruption can be used to just prevent that when he charges down on you or dives your tower. You can just disrupt him or yourself, depending on whether you have support coming in. And of course, even at once the Night Stalker picks up the BKB, the Demonic Purge can still be used to slow 60%, I believe. What's the slow? Demonic Purge slows, regains its speed. Okay, it doesn't say how much it slows, but I believe it's quite a lot. Can I? Oh, too much for so special. Okay, it doesn't exactly say how much it slows. But it's a very good hero to use it up against Night Stalker. It slows, and against a lot of carries, even like Sven or Santo Warrunner. This Disruptor, Shadow Demon is a very good hero to play up against those kind of heroes. And of course, it sets up combo pretty well for Mirana, for Lestrak, for LSA, from Lina. Of course, those heroes are all banned out right now. And so Lina is being banned out, and Storm as well from Friendship Gulag. So the mobility mid heroes have in general been banned out. We still of course have the Shadow Fiend. Puck is still in the pool. Broodmother has been banned out by VGA. They will now proceed with their 4th ban. So some of the mid heroes we see still available would be the Shadow Fiend, Puck. Of course, Night Stalker can go mid. Bristleback can go mid as well. We saw G brought the Bristleback mid against Dandy's Shadow Fiend. He arguably won the lane until Soneko rotated in and prevented the kill and actually turned the kill. Bristleback, who dived the tower trying to get G dived the tower trying to get a kill on Dandy, and instant Soneko TPing in with the IO regenerated Dandy up, and Dandy actually got the kill on G instead, so that probably just lost the lane for him. But otherwise, Bristleback does pretty well against the Shadow Fiend in general. Being able to tank up significant amount of damage and just stand in front with Core Spray and just keeping the Shadow Fiend at bay is in general, Bristleback does pretty well in lane.
5 seconds remaining.
Most of the lanes, of course. Huska has been banned out, so both teams are still putting significant effort into removing some of the mid lane heroes. Of course, Invoker is still in the pool, though we still don't see Invoker as a very favored pick, but the pick is definitely possible. Excuse me. Excuse me again. BHG has actually gone ahead and picked up a Beastmaster. So I guess more likely we'll be seeing the Beastmaster going mid right now. And Kunkka has been picked up by Friendship Gulag. Okay, I totally forgot about Kunkka. So Kunkka is still a mid hero that's available. Of course, DK was another one, but it doesn't look like Friendship Gulag was going for the push. Doesn't look like they're going for the push lineup in general. But so I was talking about on VAG side, we do have a Phoenix, so very likely the Phoenix will be soloing the off lane, so the Beastmaster will not be able to have that. They are also on the Radiant side, so Beastmaster won't have the privilege of being able to stack the Ancient Camp as effectively. So I do see the Beastmaster going mid and the Night Stalker being protected by 2 supports, and probably very aggressive supports as well. So we're probably gonna look, okay, defensive support has actually been picked up. But of course, Winter Reverend provides a significant amount of kill potential on the enemy support, especially when you have Kunkka and Bristleback. When they come charging into you, Winter Curse on the Shadow Demon would just kill the Shadow Demon very quickly if they climb up well enough. And of course, Winter Reverend provides both aggression and defensive in lane a lot. I really like the Winter Baron. One reason is of course Co-Embrace at level 1 does so much. It's such a ridiculous skill in lane, especially when you try to play aggressively. You dive under the tower, you get a kill, and then Co-Embrace, and now you have the HP to just walk off the tower. Usually you would dive and then you would give away the kill, but no, with Winter Baron Co-Embrace you would just survive the kill. You walk away with low health, but Co-Embrace cools down in 17 seconds at level 1, and of course the Splinter Blast gives up at level 1 25% slow, and you don't require any additional level. The additional level only increases the damage, so usually we don't see it getting much skill. Juggernaut is banned out of the 5th ban. And continuing to talk on Winter Baron, of course Arctic Burn, as it skills higher, the cooldown reduces, your attack range increases, and the slow increases. So at level 3, Winter Baron is actually a very powerful, aggressive and defensive support within lane. So it can save your carry, can dish out up to about 40%, 25 plus 25, probably about 40 to 45% slow from Splitter Blast and Arctic Burn, and of course the chip burn damage is 8%, yes 8% health burn, and the slow in general coming up from it is just ridiculous, plus the Night Stalker slow, which is 50%. You would probably be left with around 20 to 30% of your slow, and a Dazzle might be a pretty good pick now. But that wouldn't be too good. The Dazzle would be good in lane. I don't think it will be that good in team fights.
Reserve time. 5 seconds.
I think they require more control, and Rubik would be a pretty good pickup right now. And they actually pick up a Spectre instead. So, a Beastmaster support, I see. So they're not going for the early aggression and try to end the game early. They do pick up an insurance policy in Spectre just to ensure that they have a way out in case it goes late game. PL and Juggernaut. PL was banned out by Friendship Gulag just to try to reduce the
10 seconds remaining.
late game potential, but Spectre was of course another pick. PL of course a more favorable pick simply because it can join team fights earlier. PL's first skill, there's a sufficient amount of damage that it is a problem earlier on in game, and of course Spectre does not have that amount of burst so early in the game. Spectre usually requires the Radiance or so to start being annoying, or Diffuser to start hunting down supports, pick off straying supports in general. We'll go down to the final pick now from Friendship Gulag, and we'll go back straight into the game. I'm just gonna pause the menu for a while. So just wanna give a quick check. Alright, all the settings are good, so we should be good to go. We're going back with a final pick from Friendship Gulag. Once again, a reminder. We do have a Magnus, so luckily the Magnus, and wow, a Dragonite has been picked. This is a very greedy lineup coming up from Friendship Gulag. They have a Kunkar, they have a Magnus, they have a Dragonite, and a Bristleback. And those are all heroes that require a significant amount of farm to be useful, so I'm not too sure how they're gonna play this. This is going to be very interesting on how they lane this up in general. But anyway, once again, welcome everyone back. This is Amateur Dota 2 League Season 7 North American entry level playoffs. This is the quarterfinals between VAG and Friendship Gulag. My name is Belzy Tofu. I will be your caster today, and you could of course subscribe to my Twitch TV, follow me on Twitch TV, follow my Twitter account, like me on Facebook, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like it. I will be probably casting the semi-finals next week as well. And next week, of course, I will be casting in an Italian tournament. It's called the Dota 2 Summer Tournament. It's an Italian tournament, and it will run from Monday to Sunday, though I'm only participating in it Monday to Friday. And I have classes in the morning for Saturday and Sunday. It is a European timing, so catch you over there. Anyway, so we do see this early attempt to find some heroes right there. We do have a Magnus staying here, so I'm not too sure whether they will be challenging that whatsoever. The Spectre will be coming down, and now a lot of heroes coming out. The Disruption come out. Oh, the Magnus actually traps himself, and it looks like the stun will connect, and that will be first blood. Spectre going down the way. And Chichila picks up the first blood and goes the way of the DK. And now a ward has been dropped down here, so that ward blocks both the pool cam and I believe the large cam as well. We'll see when the 30-second mark ticks. And yes, it does. So we will have a tri-lane. So DK playing in a support capacity. And it's almost the same thing right here. And the wave now connects again. The stun connects on where will do. He will go down a second time. Winter Reverend not having co-embrace, not able to protect the Spectre in general. And this is a very interesting way to lane their lanes. I actually believe the Beastmaster staying in the defensive lane would have been much more beneficial. And it's interesting to see whether DK 707, 7/7, or 7x7 would be farming, or Chinchilla would be farming. But it does look like Chinchilla will be taking the farm in this lane. And over here now, this is interesting. They have rotated the Panty Dropper has rotated down bottom, so switch to a more defensive lane. More slows involved, and Disruption has actually come out. Now the wave connects on Juice Grape. He is being burst out really low, but Co-Embrace is available this time, and the fire does connect to slow their damage in general. Juicy Grape is trying to use Arctic Burn to get out of there, but he will not be able to fly off, and Party Dropper will be forced to back away from that. And this is looking really good for Friendship Gulag. The early aggression just paying off a lot, and that's definitely one way you can win with this sort of aggressive and really greedy lineup. Honestly, they pull up a solo TZ playing on Bristleback soloing up top, and I don't think they're gonna have a lot of problem with a Spectre and a Night Stalker, though the slow coming up from team. And now where Waldu is getting forced back a little bit, but to be honest, I don't think TZ will be able to do much alone in this lane. And over here, Radicat is actually doing pretty evenly with Prankster. And Prankster is doing pretty okay so far. Picks up an early border, but we do have a mass smoke rotation coming in, and getting a kill on Prankster would be a key here. The smoke has been revealed. Prankster is trying to get away, but Disruption will connect. Middle guard will take the current, will connect on Prankster, and that's a dead Beastmaster. And 7x7. Okay, actually no, Magnus Radicat will be the one that gets the kill, and they're rotating up top now. Very good rotation coming out from Friendship Gulag. 7x7. I don't think any of them have the mana, so Dragon Eye is just gonna walk in here and just scare the opponents away. And Maggots is gonna come in. Actually no, just throwing up a little bit harassive slow. Slight pause coming up. Bristleback has actually disconnected. TZ has disconnected, and so a very good early start for Friendship Gulag. Of course, 4 kills, and I do think they have probably about, well, they do have about 1k go in favor. Pantry Dropper doing pretty okay after the lane switch, though the tri-lane has rotated away. Spectre is struggling very badly though. He's not exactly picking up a significant amount of farm, and Night Stalker is also being played in the capacity of a support. Very interesting way to play it in general. And down mid now we do have Juicy Grape just trying to force Radicat away from this lane. Arctic Burn has been used for 3 seconds. So Arctic Burn flight direction 4 seconds, actually running out soon. May be able to get one hit off on Radicat, and that's all you need. The Arctic Burn health burn does not stack. Each hero can only be burned once, so regardless of how many times you attack him, the burn applies regardless, and that's 8% for 5 seconds, I believe. So that's well, it's not 40% health. I think it sums up to about like 28%. It burns 8% of whatever you have, so it gets lesser as it burns off. And it's a pretty effective skill late game. Of course, it burns by percentage, though it does not pierce BKB. TZ is back. The Bristleback has reconnected. And we'll see where this goes. Well, how this engagement plays out. Though only maggots up here, I don't think where Well Do is going to be able to engage. Yeah, level 2. Maggots level 3, slightly higher. Chichilian's about level 4. Shadow Demon's almost level 3, almost level 3. Over here we have a level 4, so we have a G coming up. And looks like they will be leaving Panty Dropper alone down bottom. And it may be a rotation, I'm not sure. They want to put the pressure on the Spectre, I guess. So they might be rotating TZ. He might be going back to base to regen and then just TPing bottom and taking the bottom lane. So Midgard, I'm not too sure whether he's stacking or whether he's pooling. Okay, it's a fail stack and a fail pool regardless of which one he was trying to do. And it is a lane rotation, and I'm not too sure. You were doing fine in the lane and now you rotated your lane, but of course they did get a kill in mid. Ironically, where Well Do has actually switched lane as well. I'm not too sure whether they anticipated the lane switch and they switched TZ down, but it looks like they switched the lane. Juicy Grape is now up top with Maggot, and the tri-lane is now up top, but Spectre now trying to get a kill on TZ. That will be a major kill if Where Well Do can get that, but nope. Fossil into the jungle, not gonna die for it. We do have a rotation coming back in the middle again. Is there a smoke? Nope. They take away the Eagle, so Psych has been spotted. The ball is coming in right now, and looks like they'll be giving away their position, and they're forced to back away from this, I guess. Now Eagle will be sending the Eagle back in, and up top DK gets burst down a lot. He may be able to give a return kill right here. He does have a significant amount of gold on him. The bottle now stuns up Maggot, and the flame throw now, but Co-Embrace is available, so DK will bottle himself up. 5 seconds. I don't think he will be able to do much right here. He's trying to chase him down. I don't think that's a very good idea, but he will back away. His supports are coming back in. That would have been a major kill. 7x7 now, just trying to zone out the supports, and Maggot is forced back to base again, actually. So now the laning phase working out very well for Friendship Gulag. Now the ball will be able to pressure Magnus a little bit more. You have a TP coming in from a Night Stalker. They may be interested to engage here. Not level 6 yet. We do have an RP from Magnus, and the stun is about 2 seconds, 2.25. I don't think that's sufficient to bring anyone down anyway. And up top we do have a disruption and a wave coming up on Juicy Grape, and Co-Embrace will be used to try to keep herself alive, but Dragon Breath will complete that kill. Down bottom, the Bristleback giving away a kill to the Phoenix. And actually I want to see the recap for how much money. Not gonna show up. No recap. So we won't be able to tell how much Spectre gained from that. Anyway, a pause coming out again Bruiserback disconnecting again. He's having some lag issues and he will resort to restarting his computer just to make sure. Oh wait, Panty Trooper's getting the kill, is now level 6. Spectre still struggling, though doing reasonably okay on the farm considering how much she rotated between the two lanes. Oh my god. Okay, doesn't work that way, so this is what we're gonna want to see. Spectre giving away 2 kills, participating in 1 down bottom to kill TZ, of course. So where's Wild Do's gonna have to continue to do that to get back into the game. Juicy Grape giving away 2 kills as well. TZ dying once, Prankster dying once to a gank mid. Maggots, no deaths yet. And everyone else doing pretty okay in general. DK of course having a field day, not being able to Maggot not being able to bring him down. Chinchilla down up top was a significant pick. He did have 2 kills and 2 assists to his name then, so bringing him down will probably give him a 400 to 500 goal. That's pretty major so early in the game. We do have a ping coming up from someone. From Wild Do, I think. It's probably Wild Do or maybe Milgut. People with very hard to pronounce IGNs. We'll be having a pretty long disconnect here. I don't think there's much in the item progression, but we'll have a look anyway. Maggot working towards a Urn of Shadow. And that's about it actually. I don't actually see any significant item progression from anyone else except for Maggot. A slight pause here to check some things up. And we're back. Not exactly back, we're still waiting for TZ to reconnect. He is standing, so I think their main player, they mentioned their main player had a little bit of problem. Three seconds time to kill the boar for the bounty on the boar. It's like 25 gold average, 23 to 27. I'm not actually sure. Does it list out the bounty? No, it does not. It does not tell you the bounty for the boar, but I believe it's about like 20. It's level 3, so it may be more, maybe about 30. And the pause continues. Kunka completing his stick. Milgard probably working towards a quick arcane boots. Not too much support coming out from both teams so far. 2 stacks of wards are available. And only 1 is available. I think smoke is full though. Yes, I don't think they've used any smoke. They've used 1 here, so yeah, just 2 more smoke. This is a long pause. Hopefully that solves his connection issue and we will be able to continue on with the game smoothly for the rest of the time. So far the DK actually doing really well with last hits, considering his rotation from bottom to top. He spent probably about like a minute walking from bottom to top, so he did get 2 kills in that process. And the rotation, the aggression simply in this lane has been paying off pretty well in general. So there's that. He is 27-3, sitting similar last hit counts with the Magnus Radicat in the mid lane. And that's surprising because your mid lane, which has not rotated whatsoever, is actually doing similarly to the DK. So either DK is doing very well, or well, he is doing very well. He did had nearly free farm at the bottom lane, and when he's top he had free farm as well. More or less the supports were not able to pressure him too much, especially when the Milgard and 7x7 is with him, getting near the Chichilar. Chichilar is just suicide. He will just kill you very instantly. The disruption connection with the torrent, and follow up by a Dragon Tail, one of the longest stun in game at level 1. Of course it does not do much damage. Oh, he's taking a pretty long time. Potential problems with the team though, unless DK builds into attack speed, I don't actually see them having much way to deal with a high level Phoenix egg Supernova. Because Phoenix egg at about like 8 hits or 11 hits, that's gonna take a while, unless they have like 5 men on him. Kunkka doesn't actually build a lot of attack speed. Usually Kunkka just builds with a heavy cleave damage instead of a lot of attack speed. So there's that, and Chichilar is gonna require to build probably a Maelstrom or a Shadow Blade, potentially a Shadow Blade, considering how aggressive he is, and if he needs the attack speed, a Shadow Blade would be a good pickup. He is saving quite a lot of money, so I'm not too sure what he's going towards. Maybe a Radiance or something. I'll be very greedy though to build towards a Radiance. I think to be safe you should pick a Shadow Blade up, and of course a Power Threats to just give him a small bit of attack speed in general. Now of course we can see Radicat building into a MOM to just simply deal with the egg, or they could just choose to not fight in the Supernova every single time the Supernova comes out. And Maggot may be walking into this. Actually no, he's gonna rotate backwards, so he's going in for Radicry. He has very few. The Raw is now being invested on Radicry. No silence though, so the last hit does go the way of the Beastmaster. They do get the kill with the Haste Rune, so actually there's no way Radicat was gonna get away from that. No silence actually. He has not learned any skill points into silence, so he will actually just finish this creep off. And no boots yet, and we do have a massive amount of TP coming up in. Now slow on Chinchilla. The second slow connects on Chinchilla. He is being burst down very low, and so amount of attack speed as well. The disruption is now being used. Torrent fails to catch anyone. Chinchilla in danger here, and Dragon Form has been invested trying to bring down Maggot. He will go down. The X is being used on Maggot, now trying to bring him down. XO actually use away this. The RP catches all 3, and now this could be a turnaround, or I actually don't think there's much of a turnaround left. There's nothing else to follow up right there. So the killing of the tri-lane, that is major kill. 1000 gold swing the way in favor of VAG, and they are back in the game instantly.
Radiant's bottom tower
Picking
is
off the
under
3
attack.
most valuable
Dire's middle
heroes
tower is under attack.
for sure. And the Night Stalker playing a big part in that, getting a significant amount of kills there. Actually, he got 1 kill and 2 assists. Actually, probably just 2 kills. And now they may turn around on Radicat. Nope, he will just go away. The Splinter Blast was not able to connect. Phoenix has a Supernova very, very close to his hand of Midas. Urn of Shadow and a Boots out and available on the Night Stalker. So that is something you want to look at. And Russian is actually split up. 7 out of 7 is in danger here. Magnus now trying to save him. The Torrent does connect, but Radicat will not be able to do much on that. 2 balls is just too much slow for him to catch up here. And right now, Milgard just trying to harass this lane as much as possible. Though Maggot is probably going to be a little bit more passive until Night Force again, or until he picks up his level 6 and he could dive with a Supernova. Slow is coming out in Shishira. He is seeing a Supernova in a very prime position, but Maggot was not in a position to slow. Juicy Grape coming a little bit too late as well. Disruption used defensively. Chinchilla being slowed up further, and looks like he will go down. Killing spree goes the way of Panty Dropper, and that brings him even closer to his head of Midas. That will be a very, very quick Midas considering the amount of rotation he has. X7 has rotated in right now. A Torrent needs to connect, but he will not risk it.
Radiant's
No
middle
disruption
tower is under attack.
and not gonna do anything. No disruption, not enough HP or mana to pressure this lane as well. So, but Radicat is actually left to free farm this lane, and the ultimate from Maggot has been triggered. So he will have Knight for 60 seconds, 50 seconds. It looks like he's going on a Chinchilla. Slow comes out on Chinchilla, now trying to bring him down more. Disruption used defensively, and the curse being used on Milgard to prevent him from disrupting this fight any further. They do get the kill on the DK, and they are gonna back away. And the Raw was also used actually, so 2 ultimates being used to secure the kill in Chinchilla. I guess that's pretty good. Well, that's sort of like the silver lining of that engagement is that they did not use, they forced 2 ultimate up. The Raw was being used, the Winter's Curse was being used as well, but they might lose this T1.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, okay, Winter Variant does not have enough mana. Otherwise, usually, sometimes Winter Variants would use the Co-Embrace to just protect the creep to help push up the lane. But no, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna farm up a little bit. Medallion completed actually on Juicy Grape. So in general, the item progression is pretty good. Necronomicon on Prankster. First item right away, so no blink. First item coming out from Prankster will be the Necronomicon. Well do, picking up a significant amount of gold down bottom after completing a Facebook Midas completed on Panty Dropper Medallion, as we have just seen on Juicy Grape. And right now, actually Chinchilla going to work towards a hand of Midas as well. I think he's pretty close. Yes, probably 1 last hit or 2 last hit away from that. And the ball actually now doing a significant amount of damage on Milgard. They may be able to even kill him. Haunt being used and the slow from Spectre. Disruption used defensively, but they will come in and they will secure a kill. And now Magnus is forced to just skewer away. Raw being used on Radicat, trying to get this kill. I don't think it will be sufficient. Actually, enough. They get the kill, and now TZ wants to get a kill on Well Do, but the Co-Embrace will be used to keep her alive and even heals her up to full. It will walk away and now potentially even challenge a T1. This T1 is pretty low. They do get 2 kills out of that and another 1000 gold streak. Whoa! TZ actually gets brought down really, really low. They're not gonna die for this. The Maggot drops down and earn. Torrent catches 2. Maggot gets burst down really, really low. They need a disruption to connect on him. However, it's nighttime. He's going to be able to run away really, really quickly. And he does get away, and they won't be able to follow up from that. He is going to probably walk back to base directly. And a 2 for nothing, and they're just gonna back away. They're not gonna force the issue too much. And Raw, Prankster's Raw has been spot on. One Raw up top on the DK, one Raw down mid to secure the kill on TZ. I'm looking for a 5-man RP to turn this around. 5-man RP into Torrent and Ship. That would definitely kill a lot of people. Especially if you have a level 2 Dragon Knight chipping off on the side. That would be major. Okay, now, okay, let's think about it. If they chain it perfectly, the RP would be a 2 second, 2.25, 3.78, and the ship stun is 4.78, 5.10, 5.10. The poison damage would be, the poison damage itself would do 100 in 80 magic damage down bottom, and actually now down bottom the Raw being used again is secured 2 kills. This time on TZ, and looks like it will translate into another tower. So about as we were speaking, about 5 seconds stun. In total they chain it perfectly, so assuming about a 3.5 to 4 second stun. Dragon Knight burn damage itself. Dragon Knight will be able to chip out 4 hits. That's actually not much damage. But if they do manage to chain everything, TP coming in from 7x7, no chain being used. No torrent being used to try to catch anyone.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You have 3. Now VAG taking the lead. So the massive rotation, I think the Spectre was forced to rotate twice. From a safe lane to the hard lane and back to the safe lane again. But it is paying off right now. Spectre is not exactly picking up on farm, but she is getting a lot of space nonetheless. Magnus and Friendship Gulag still leading the farm chart in general, but the kill not so much in favor towards them, and of course the tower. And the torrent will be used, catches 2 actually, and the ship will come in, probably connecting a Anti-Gober. It does move away, the Raw is now being used, and slow disruption used defensively, and doesn't look like 707 is going to get away. Torrent being dropped there, and will catch Maggot, but X7 will still go down, and a mega kill goes the way of Prankster. Soul Ring being picked up, and a Blink Dagger now available on Magnus, so we may be able to see more good RPs coming up pretty soon, hopefully. They need the good RPs to start winning the game. And Night Stalker actually picks up an Auger Club, probably very likely building into the BKB. Most Night Stalkers go that direction anyway. We haven't seen a lot of DK action lately. He picks up on Midas, picks up in power threats. Not too sure what he's going towards. He does have pretty good attack speed now. DK of course naturally has some pretty good attack speed in general. Prankster with a Raw in 14 seconds. The invisibility will definitely last him long enough. Redicat does get blocked. I'm not too sure whether they suspect anything yet. You're waiting for a blink RP right now, and the Raw will be used on the back, but the RP will only connect on 1. However, Redicat immediately gets Winter Curse up and takes a significant amount of damage. Torrent connects as well. Magnet gets busted out really low. The bolt comes in on Party Trooper, and it will be a 2 for 3 so far. But 707 is still trying to run away, drops out a Torrent to prevent the chase, and does manage to catch 2 of them, and this may be a turnaround. Wherealdo gets brought down, Juicy Grape now brought really low. Prankster with no mana, not able to do much against a TZ, and now Juicy Grape gets burst down as well. It becomes a 4 for 3. And looks like TZ is going to chase Prankster down as well, so it may be a team wipe we are looking at. And Prankster gets hit, throws out the ball to slow. It does get the fighter hit right there, so it is a team fight and a triple kill going the way of TZ right there. As you can see, oh, actually a buyback coming up from TZ, so not exactly the most worth it. He did not gain a lot of gold right there. It was a buyback, but he did manage to get a triple kill from the buyback. And while that was happening, DK was not, I think he used Dragon Form, but was not able to push the tower down, sadly. Night Stalker came top and defended that lane, so pretty okay trade, I guess. 4 for 5 and a 4 for 5, and but you got a buyback on a bristleback, not to mention. You just get a lot of experience from that though. And Prankster was a little bit slow with the Raw. If the Raw would have caught Magnus and prevented Magnus from throwing up a RP, even though the RP only caught 1, I think, that may have been a very different fight. But the Winter Curse coming out from Juicy Grape was spot on, catching all 4 heroes. Though probably on a different hero would have been more effective, but definitely still stunning all 4 heroes for 2.5 seconds, I believe. Or he may have been 3. I don't think it's 3. He just hit 11, so I strongly doubt he had it just now. He's working towards an Eel Scepter. Void Stone being picked up here. And Shiva's got up on the Panty Dropper, so that's going to be very major in the next fight. If he can land his Fire Spirit, and of course land the Shiva's guy is pretty easy to land, but if he can land the Fire Spirit on all of them, his egg is not gonna come down. Now Chichilla has been left alone for a pretty long time. He's now being caught up. Chichilla needs to run. Shiva's guts will not connect. The stun will connect on Maggot. Fire Spirit now slows him down. He's trying to turn around, trying to get a kill Panty Trooper, but will not be able to do that. And the disruption being used. What was that? Was Disruptor even here? I don't know, probably an illusion rune. Now massive TP coming up. They do have Raw available, Haunt is not available, and Supernova is available. We do have an RP available, though the RP now catches 2 on the front, but it will be to support Shiva's Gut coming in onto Winter's Curse, catching the 2 of them. TZ being zoned out right now, being brought down really low. Juicy Grape. Torrent connects, but however he will be able to save himself. And now the blink forward from Rally Cat trying to get a kill. The heal not able to save himself. Supernova now in a very core position, catching all 5 heroes in the middle. Everyone's gonna dive in there, not able to complete, and this looks like a good fight for Friendship Gulag. Every one of them really low. However, Prankster comes in with an axe and gets 2 kills away. Chinchilla comes in and gets a double kill, but the Spectre looks like she wants to come in and finish things. Oh no, she will actually back away. Too much stuns, waits for a Haunt, 40 seconds on the Haunt, not going to be able to finish a kill on TZ. And that was a good fight for Friendship Vanguard. Friendship Gulag, sorry. Takes about 3,000 gold lead, and I think we're back at even. Actually no, VAG still have a 5,000 gold lead. And so far, MOM, Spectre... What's your building next? We're gonna have to see.
Radiant's middle tower.
A lot of aggression so far coming out from VAG, which has been pretty okay, but none of them are doing well with farm. The heck? My network is not. That's weird. I must have messed up my... Well, it looks like it's going to be quiet, so let's go check what's happening. Yeah, that's what happened. I must have accidentally pulled it off somewhere. As you can see, Spectre and Night Stalker, the 2 cars, not doing well at all on net worth. Well, actually, Night Stalker was being played in the capacity of a support. So I guess they are doing okay. They are 3 cores in the top 5. But DK and Bristleback is going to get really, really big, and if this Spectre does not pick up, there is no way they are going to be able to challenge a farm DK and Bristleback. Now pushing on the towers a lot though, so they want to look towards bringing all the T2 down by probably the 30th minute and just ending this game before it hits the 40th minute. No invisibility rune or anything. Okay, Maggot is actually building towards a scepter, interestingly. Pantry Trooper with the Shiva's Guard, a dive and a slow could be potentially big, but not enough backup, so they're not gonna risk anything. Could be a jump on mid. Nope. Raw now being used on TZ, catching him with his face in front though, and no Supernova. Supernova actually catching in a good position. RP now comes in. Torrent and the boat comes in at the back, catches 2. However, the Supernova does manage to complete, and now everyone's being brought down really, really low on the Friendship Gulag side, and now they want to fight. Horn comes in as well. 7x7 going down. TZ getting really, really low. Radicat at the back being focused down on by Wherewell-Do. Wherewell-Do will get a triple kill, I believe. Actually, just a double kill on the back, and it will be a team wipe actually. And triple kill does go the way of Wherewell-Do. Shadow Demon gets a double kill, but honestly, doesn't really matter anymore. Do get a major goal swing right there, and that's the kind of thing Spectre needs. 1,470 goal going his way, and that jumps him over the TZ, and this looks really good. They may even take 2 towers out of this. And actually Spectre probably not, but I think Spectre is going towards a Radiance, and that's going to be annoying for the Shadow Demon.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Probably a chip from the catapult, that's about it. The ball is being used to just scout out, I guess. Sushi Grip's actually really, really low. I'm not too sure whether he wants to stay here. The DK comes in now. That's a Shadow Blade, so Braff does connect. Juicy Grapes being forced to walk away. Shadow Blade is picked up, and looks like already working probably a Heaven's Halberd to deal with the Spectre later on in the game. Or maybe even just an SNY, though it is pretty late to pick up an SNY. No smoke. And they are gonna pressure this lane. They want to pressure this lane at least. Let's just have a quick look on vision. And it's funny, VAG actually does not have much vision going about. Friendship Gulag has some pretty good wards. In general, the Roshan ward, 1 aggressive ward in the jungle, though is going down to defensive ward for their own jungler. And all VAG has is a lane ward, which isn't exactly useful anymore since they brought down the whole mid lane. Oh, they do see the rotation coming in. The massive rotation of the full 5 man actually. Looks like they're just gonna backdoor this T1. And the Gleave will be popped, so they do see the full team there, so they are gonna take the T2 up top. Do we have a mass TP? No one actually has a TP. Bad play coming up. Oh, actually it will be a Silver Sage. The only person with TP is a Magnus, and I think that will be a dead tower already. So that's a dead tower. So we're gonna see whether Magnus is able to catch anyone with an RP. Phoenix dives away, and the ball scouts them out, so it wouldn't matter anyway. It's not gonna be able to find them. So the T1 traded for the T2 top, T1 mid. That's pretty good, I guess. They got both T1 mid and bot now, so they do have safe access towards the Radiant jungler. So they lost their jungler. They lost both their T1 and T2's mid and top, so I guess you could start farming the enemy jungler. That's one way to do it. Interesting, TZ isn't building to his damage item. He's actually going to pick up a pipe to deal with the Phoenix for sure. Supernova 100. It's going to be 100 soon. It's now 80. And the Hawk is having a good vision on the bottom lane, as well as it looks like they are grouping up to push the ball. Okay, actually they're not going to group up. He's probably just going to use his level 3 Necronomicon and this DD rune. And he does throw out the Necronomicon and the ball, and he's not going to take the risk. He's just going to throw the units up, and it looks like they may be getting this tower. No glyph being used, so they will lose that tower. Uncontested even. This is a smoke up, a 5-man smoke. So we will have a 5-man smoke. Now they're rotating inside here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Four-man smoke, and TZ is actually at the back. I think he's smoke up too. He is, and looks like everyone's just backing away. VHG rotating up top. They may actually walk. Haunts now being used, and it will scout them all out. And the Radiance being shown off, but X7 gets caught up right there. Supernova not in the prime position, but good enough. Midgard gets burst out really low. 7x7 gets finishes off. Well, do gets burst down, and the Winter Skirt's coming up 1 second too late. Chinchilla gets burst out really low, and he will be finished off by the pure damage from the Sun Ray. And now Maggot is just trying to finish everybody off, but he will be brought down the back, and only 2 persons left alive. Prankster, and looks like it's another dead one, and it will be that way. And a 3 for 2. Started out as a good fight for VAG, but ended up pretty badly. And he's just gonna TP away. No slow coming up or stun whatsoever, so it will be a 3 for 2. That's a 2,300 ghosting. They lost their cores though. They lost the DK and the Kunkka. But nonetheless, the 2 key problems with that fight, or at least 2 main reasons I felt. Kunkka was burst down really quickly over here, but the ship managed to land somewhere around here, and the ship connected on 3 heroes, I believe. And of course, Supernova, when Friendship Gulag was up here, Supernova dived all the way from this area to the top, and instead of starting the Supernova right on top here, he started the Supernova far away, and thus basically Friendship Gulag could just back away from it without taking substantial amount of damage from the Supernova itself. Of course, I know not stopping right where the enemy is just to prevent them from focusing you down, but stopping somewhere here would have been much better than all the way back here. And another problem was, of course, Spectre. Well, dude, I'm not sure how, but it's probably because of the Mass of Madness. She just charged right in and tanked everything. Probably 1 or 2 sprays, a Dragon Breath, and a Shockwave, and she just got vaporized, and she just wasn't able to do much right there. And the Haunt was used very earlier on in the game to prevent them from scouting. They did not have vision here, so they had he just walked right down into a 4-man gank, and she just got burst up. If Spectre would have survived longer, that would have been very painful. Every second of a survivor is 40 damage. I believe, oh, 65. Oh no, it's actually 50. So that was that I felt was the major key points towards that fight, and a better Supernova would have been key. And though I did mention just now the Winter Curse was a little slight bit late to, I don't think that would have been sufficient to save the Spectre. Spectre would have still been focused down. And looks like now it will be a T3. 4 coming in. Supernova with the Shiva's gut. TZ getting focused down the back, but he is just tanking everything up like a boss. He's going to dive all the way to the T2, I believe. And Winter's Curse is actually available. RP now catches them on 2. Winter Curse being used on Rat, and he will be focused down very, very quickly. The tower may be able to finish him off. He does get finished off. Raw is now being used, catches 2 as well. And the DK now. Supernova completed, stuns up the DK. And now DK will be focused down. Chinchilla gets down. TZ is brought down, but 5 men alive. An amazing fight coming out from VAG, sorry. Now TZ is just trying to run for his life. The pure damage from the Sun Ray. He's not going to be able to get off this alive. And Spectre gets a triple kill. This game is just going left and right. And now a 4,000 gold swing this way. And this may be a lane of... okay, probably not. The only hero that's actually going to be down will be TZ. By the time they actually reach the T3, everyone else would probably be up. It's not a steady increase. As you can see, it goes up and down constantly. Gold graph and experience graph very, very similar actually. The gold graph more one-sided, definitely because VAG has been taking towers more aggressively. Experience though, it reflects better on the team fights. As you can see, the team fights is going left and right, but now it's just in straight favor after that 5-man wipe. And they actually lost no one. They do not have any ultimates available except for the Raw. And looks like Beastmaster. And okay, co-embrace. Juicy Grape's gonna get focused down right there. They're just gonna sack Juicy Grape. And oh, that's a Scuddy. That's a Scuddy for someone. That's a Scuddy for the Spectre actually. And Panty Trooper now trying to escape. 12 seconds. And he does get stunned up. Or 10 more seconds. 7, 6. Nope, he's gonna be burst down. Giveaway 2 supports Q. He does buy a refresher. A refresher is now available on the Phoenix. Wow, I don't think Phoenix has the mana? I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure. Oh wait, sorry. If you come up from Supernova, you're max mana and max HP. That was really dumb. But so far, we're going to look at the vision. Now, both teams have no vision whatsoever. Actually, one defensive ward being dropped here by Friendship Gulag, and that's about it. Both teams have not put a lot of effort into their visions. And so far, let's just have a quick look here. No one has actually have very, very good goal per minute. Everyone has been focusing on killing each other. And a quick item recap. MOM and Radiance, as we have seen on Where Well Do. Prankster with the Necronomicon Laboratory and now completes his Aghanim Scepter. Solar Chris completed on Juicy Grape. I did not notice that. And Maggot completes his Aghanim Scepter. Now picks up a Major Hammer. Probably going, very likely now going towards his BKB. Maybe even Desolator since they're winning that much. Shiva's got and Refresher on Panty Dropper we've seen before, and now a pause coming up from Shadow Demon. He's actually DC. Chinchilla picking up the BKB and a Silver H, 7x7 with the Offering and a Medallion. Okay, his name is not disconnected. His name is Milgard. Milgard with a 4-staff and a Glimmer Cape. TZ with the Pipe and Crimson Guard. And Radicat, Blink, Pipe, and picks up a Perseverance, probably working towards a Refresher Orb as well, though I think he's very far away. He is very, very far away. T3 actually going down here as well. T3 still pretty healthy. So only the bottom T3 actually taking significant drubbing. Spectre has actually called up. The good fights have actually turned it around for her. She's actually been involved with 21 out of the 31 kills from VAG. And she's involved in more kills than the Beastmaster. And her farm has actually picked up as well. In general, with the Radiance, for sure you will see the farm picking up really quickly. In general. But Milkguard has reconnected, and let's see. Let's once again hope there's no problems. Okay, everyone's ready. We're ready to roll again, and we will go. Once again, a quick reminder, this is game 1 of the best of 3, and this is the quarterfinals for the NAB entry level playoffs for the amateur to the 2 league. This is quarterfinals, so I'm actually not sure what the prize pool is, but these teams are very close to winning the prize. Oh, the ward does spot out TZ. He may be caught out right here, but I don't think they will be able to focus him down. Most of the opponents are still... as we're speaking, the wards have actually been dropped. So 2 Roshan. They have actually dropped 3 wards around the pit. They want to fight for the Roshan. And all 3 wards from Friendship Gulags actually dropped defensively over their jungler. Both teams do not see much of each other. I hear Eager. And now the ward is also being dropped right here. And now a lot of slow coming out of TZ. He's now very slow. Supernova in a prime position. Ship coming in though, may connects on 2. Maggot manages to dodge it, Supernova completes. And now the RP connects on 3. That's a beautiful RP. Skewer brings all of them back. Phoenix get burst down. That will be a 3 for nothing. And that's a major kill. However, the Haunt comes in right now. The Radiance may be sufficient to do enough damage, but not enough to bring anyone down. So, oh, actually, Disruption going to be used defensively just in case. And that was a big fight. And that was a big RP as well. And we will see a big dip. I could have just used this instead. But we'll see a very big dip on the experience and gold graph. 5,000 gold swing. Enough engagement here on Sprankster. The Raw will be used on TZ. He may be able to chase him down right now. He's just going to go to the back. The Scotty is going to slow him up. And just that insane amount of damage is just going to be able to focus TZ down. No one is going to be able to come back to support this. What up? He's just going to... doesn't have a TP. Oh, he actually has a TP. 1 second. His TP is going to be ready. I'm not too sure whether he will be able to get away from this. But Spectre will be able to get that last hit. I believe I think he used his TP to get here to begin with, but a very good reaction coming in from Waldu. But now she will not have a TP to rotate to the middle, and the TP Shivaska is being used to slow Chinchilla down, and it's a lot of slow actually. And now Milka is being focused down. And a stun coming out on Maggot at the top. Shiva's got not Shiva's got, sorry. And the X is now being used a little bit slow. Beautiful Winter Curse coming in on Milguard. Gets burst out really low. But the RP now connects on 3 again. And the push, trying to push them up quick. The Supernova comes up. And Milguard gets burst really low. He will go down after so much fight. It will be a 1 for nothing so far. And the Haunt's now being used to chase down Chinchilla, and the Haunt will come in trying to focus on Chinchilla. Actually going to focus on 7x7 first. Chinchilla now being second target, and it will be a team fight. What an amazing turnabout of that. And this is definitely a lane of Rex. No one has a buyback, only Magnus has a tieback. Sadly, they were not able to follow up that 3-man RP with a ship and torrent and whatnot. Oh, the creeps are actually very far away, so I don't think they're going to be able to backdoor this. TZ is back alive. They do have a buyback of Magnus available. And Spectre's just going to clear this meat wave. And the wave... One good thing for Friendship Gulag, of course, the wave is very far away. And the bottom lane wave is not gonna come in anytime soon, and it looks like they won't need to worry about their T3 or Rex.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And instead they have gave up on pushing. They're gonna go for the Roshan. Wish they have placed like all 4 wards to focus this one on. Shiva's got being used. Dabber Shiva's got being used right now. Is 100 the lowest movement speed? I think it is, because I sort of felt with all the slow it should be below 100, but anyway, it looks like they're going to be challenged. They do have a ship. If they can land a 5-man ship, this could be pretty major, and it will come in, and the torrent is now being used. Catches only one of them though. Spectre picks up the Aegis of Immortal. RP is available. Are you going to jump forward for the RP? They're just gonna go in there. Just gonna pick up whatever is left, and nothing's gonna come off this challenge. They're not gonna be able to challenge anything, but thankfully the team white did not turn into a lane or Rex, or maybe even 2. The creeps were too pushed up, but they did lose the Roshan for that. Boots of Trevor now available on the Phoenix. Quick item recap at this progression. Level 2 Boots of Trevor on Prankster, and of course Scardy completed on Well Do. We've seen that already. BKB being worked through by Maggot, and Eel Scepter on Juicy Grape. Pantry Dropper, of course we did just see him pick up the Boots of Trevor. They're gone, being picked up by Milgard actually. Interesting enough. Solar Chris completed on 7x7. Hyperstone being picked up by Chinchilla, so I'm not too sure what he's gonna build towards from there. And Relicat's still working towards his refresher rope. TZ's item has been stagnant for a while, and he may be picked up once again, and he's just gonna TP away from this. Oh, the Eel Scepter is actually gonna be used, and he will be caught here, but everyone's gonna come in. And Supernova is being used defensively to force everyone away, but I didn't think that was what Well-Do wanted to do. Well-Do clearly wanted to fight right there. And now we do have 2 lanes being pushed up. Chinchilla trying to find someone with his Shadow Blade, or a Silver Age actually. It's probably not the way he wants to walk in, but they will get the T3. The Beastmaster gets that kill. Gets the last hit with the creep. And it will clear the wave, and we do have the Beastmaster TPing up top to just push up the lanes and being an annoyance, pushing every lanes up. Someone is caught right here. Well-Do being burst up. X Torrent comes in, but the Eel Scepter is being used, and Winter's Curse on the back. Now, trying to turn this around, I don't think that's going to be possible. Force Staff is being used to save 7x7. There is no ship comes in to reduce the damage to 50%. Well-Do doesn't really care. I have the Aegis, he says, and I will dive this thing. And looks like the Radiance might be enough to bring the Milgard down. Not really. Now they have everyone focusing down on RP. Catches her, but he will be able to finish. The Radiance will be able to finish one down, and he will give the kill away for Chinchilla. So, ew, the Supernova catches Chinchilla actually, but I don't think he will be able to do much from that. And actually, no, there's really nothing much that it can be done, and TZ will TP in. Maggot picks off by Chinchilla somewhere, probably with the Silver Age as well. It's just gonna fly away. And that was another fight that turns the graph around.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They did lose a T3 up top though. That was their healthiest T3 actually. So they did lose that. BKB timer is also running really low. They're gone. Level 2 even. Interesting. Probably realizing they do not have enough burst damage. TZ can stay alive, but he just can't do enough damage. They're gonna bring this fight to them. Haunt is available in 35 seconds. I think they might just let the T2 go. Are they going to let the T2 go?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
X mark the spot, comes in with the torrent, connects on Party Trooper as well. He's trying to fly away. The stun connects, does manage to focus him down. Sideline for 75 seconds, but buyback is available. Spectre is now back up. Haunt available in 10 seconds. Sorry. And now Winter's Curse being used on TZ. Everyone focusing down. Disruption being used defensively. Chinchilla being Ill Scepter up. Spectre is back. Buyback now being used. And Haunts is now being used to just throw chaos all around the place. But Well is being focused up. He may be brought down right there, but the heal is now being used. Shiva's got 2 Supernova still being saved out of pure damage. Will be able to finish 1 hero off. They are now going to chase down the rest. Spectre Dagger being thrown up front. No Ill Scepter coming up yet. Milgard will be able to run away from that. Nothing else happens. Just 2 heroes. So much action, but only 2 heroes. 1 buyback though. So it is 1 buyback for 2 heroes. And Spectre did not get much out of that. Co-Embrace being used to heal him up. The stun now being used. I'm not too sure whether that was the right idea. And now he is in deep danger. That was a very, very bad decision. They will give away that kill. He is now sidelined for 85 seconds. Buyback is available though. TZ has bought back right now. They may want to go high ground just to force the buyback from the DK. And Magnus is going to try to come in. Supernova was not used. Raw connects on TZ. And now the Supernova on 3 in a very core position right now. TZ trying to come in. Looking for someone to focus down. But the Supernova completes. Refresher being used. And now the Supernova is ready. And now more slow is being used right now. And so far TZ being focused down on again. And more slows coming up. Shiva's got all connected. He is now slowed down. Supernova. Second Supernova is being used. Ill Scepter being used, but now Grimmer Cape saves him, but Chinchilla comes in from the back. I believe this is a buyback. BKB also being popped right now. And now Winter's Curse on 7x7. The slow coming out. Winter's Curse is probably enough, actually not enough to bring him down. 7x7 probably going to be burned down alive, and the Dagon being used, but not enough to save him. Maggot will go down in exchange, but now Well do caught out of position again. Chinchilla gets burst down really, really low, not enough to kill him. He will be able to make himself away from that. And buyback coming in from Spectre, and looks like Spectre wants to complete the kill on Chinchilla. Actually no, he will get a kill on the Shadow Demon actually, and gets another kill on the Magnus. And now TZ is being focused down on the back. Shiva's Guts connect. He is a dead guy, and no buyback available for him. Magnus uses the buyback as well. Ultra kill going the way of Well do, and probably now the Rampage as well. Actually no, no one's gonna come and defend this. Chinchilla comes in and the push. Well do goes into the tower, tanks out a lot of things. RP being used to keep her there, and that's a dieback. That's a dieback from a Spectre. That's 2 minutes without a Spectre, but they do manage to get a lane of Rex and the melee Rex up top, I believe. Actually no, just the range Rex, so that's still pretty okay. That was a bad move from Well do. That's a buyback, and that's a death. They did manage to get a lane of Rex out of that though. I'm not too sure what Juicy Grid is trying to do. I don't think you will be able to get anything out of this alone right here. Time to run and back away. They do manage to force out 2 buybacks. Let's just check buyback status. Okay, everyone has no buyback. On cooldown, DK just bought back. TZ bought back as well, much earlier. We do see Magnus buying back as well. He does have to go for another buyback, but it won't be available for now 6 minutes. And Phoenix bought back, so that was much earlier in the push right here. Spectre bought back to haunt in for a ultra kill. And Chinchilla now in danger, but the Silver Sage will be able to keep himself alive. Beastmaster now has a buyback, so he's the only one with a buyback right now. And so far, that fight was definitely, though they still get to kill the Spectre, definitely beneficial towards both goal and experience. Beneficial for VAG in general. Chinchilla just taking a lot of harassment right now. Probably eat the heart soon.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
This is actually just being bottled up, and Beastmaster at the back just trying to backdoor a little bit. Not really backdoor, just trying to rat a little bit with the beast and or just chipping this melee Rex down really low. And actually TP back, forcing TZ to go back actually. Actually no, TZ was already home. And now they will rotate in for the Roshan. Double damage on the DK. This will be a very, very fast Roshan. 5 seconds maybe. No, actually not that quick, surprisingly. They will take Roshan, and Chinchilla will be the one that picks the the Aegis of Immortal up. That was a very, very important pickup. They really needed that. DK. That's a buyback for DK technically. And of course, if they do manage to drag that for 3 minutes, DK will have 3 lives. It will be reclaimed within 5, so there will be a 2-minute window where DK has 3 lives during a defense. And the Beastmaster is coming in again. Not with an Necronomicon though, so it's just gonna lose the wolves very, very quickly. Both teams not interested to push much. Smoke is out right here on 4. And they will actually walk right into this. Are they gonna rotate? They're gonna rotate. The RP now catches on 2, but the TP coming in from the Beastmaster, very beautiful right there, bursting down the Winter Reverend very, very quickly. However, the Supernova catching them in a prime position, all 5 actually. TZ trying to focus him down. Maggots gets stunned up a lot. The Supernova comes just at the right time to stun up the DK. I don't think Maggot will be able to get away from this. And now the Supernova Refresher Orb is being used, and Shiva's Guard now is being used too, and the second Supernova will come into action. And okay, the stun will not be able to connect with the Aegis. Chinchilla coming back up with the Aegis. Silver Sage being used to get away from that. It's a 2 for 2 so far. And only buyback available, and now TZ coming in, pure damage, not being able to tank that up. A lot of heal, and RP now connects. But on well do, Chinchilla comes in with a stun trying to push himself away, but the Radiance will finish the kill, and TZ is getting really, really low as well. Manta Star is being popped up. Chinchilla getting focused out really quick. He does not have his buyback yet. 1 minute. 1 minute towards his buyback. He's just going to use his Radiant to try to find Chinchilla. And no, he's just going to now change his target and focus down onto the T3. And this will be a lane of Rags up top. Beastmaster has completed that, and this may be Mega Crypt. No one has a buyback actually. No one has a buyback. DK is actually DK completes the Daedalus. Anyway, it is GG being caught by Friendship and Gulag. And Chinchilla will come in to try to man fight this. Raw is being used, and this will be game 1 going the way of DAG. A very, very close game. We will be back with game 2 very, very quickly. Once again, my name is Balsi Tofu. You can find me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch TV. We have a YouTube channel and a Facebook as well. And a quick reminder, I will be casting in an Italian tournament next week. It was an amateur tournament. It's going to last from Monday to Sunday. It's called the Dota 2 Summer Tournament. And anyway, I'll see you back at game 2 very, very quickly.